watched a movie that I have had my eye on for 6 or 8 months on Shudder, and it is called The Mortuary Collection. This is an anthology movie, which we don't see that many of these days. The stories are more modern, but scary, a little funny in places. Our friend, and I cannot think of his name right now, the guy from Starship Troopers.
Ironside, Michael Ironside?
No, he's younger, he's got blonde hair. Just had all the great elements of a movie like Creepshow, except it didn't have the crazy lighting or anything, you know, like they did to make it look like a comic book.
Was it Neil Patrick Harris?
No.
He's the blonde guy.
He was one of the military guys, the sergeant.
Oh,
the
he
drill
also
sergeant.
played the Kurgan in
Highlander.
Highlander.
Yes, that guy.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep,
Because
I know exactly what you're talking about.
They make him up to look a lot like Angus Scrimm from
from the Phantasm movies. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I read that it took like 2 hours to get him into makeup.
Clancy Brown.
That's it. Exactly.
Clancy Brown, yeah.
So he was not the typical person I would cast in this role, but he did fine.
No.
He and one of the girls who happens to be in the last one are kind of like the co-host of telling these stories. It's like a storytelling thing.
Okay.
And I read that the guy that directed it, I think it was his first major movie, but he did a small movie, like an indie, called The Babysitter Murders, that was kind of a takeoff on John Carpenter's original title of Halloween. And the last story in this collection is his expanded version of that, The Babysitter Murder. It's got a unique twist to it. So, but yeah, I would recommend it. It's not, Academy Award winning cinema, but it's nice to see anthologies, and we've been talking about them, which is kind of weird. We're on the same wavelength.
Mm-hmm. I think that was a missed opportunity. I mean, I think people have tried different things, whether it's Creepshow or Twilight Zone or, Mortuary Collection, whatever. People tried at different times to do them, and they just never seem to catch on. And I don't know why. I listened to an interview a couple of months ago just with King talking about, I guess, one he did a couple of years ago that was his latest short story collection. And I've never read it. I haven't read one story in it. So I need to get that book and read it. But whatever his latest collection of short
Sometimes
stories.
he does them with novellas.
Yeah. I think it was, again, like one of those where it had like 4 in it or something, like he did with, the one I'm talking about, the one about the
4 Past Midnight.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So I don't know. But anyway, I think I wish there was a stronger appetite out there for that.